feel. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And you know how I feel. And you know how I feel. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And you know how I feel. And you know how I feel. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And you know how I feel. And you know how I feel. Ooh, ooh, ooh. You know how I feel. Ooh. Ooh. You know how I feel. You know how I feel.
Test. Oops. Okay, that doesn't sound that loud.
You know how I feel.
Okay. All right.
You know how I feel.
So, yeah. Okay, here I am. All right. All right, sorry for the late start, y'all. It's been a minute since I have... hey, can you close that door, T? It has been a while since I have had guests here in the Flow Kitchen. There's Ann and Tara, poorly lit, but they elected for sunlight, and because they elected for sunlight, they are going to be a little bit silhouetted because I don't have enough lights to compete with the sun that's shining behind them. But we've all worked this out. I also want to say this is well, I'm really just talking to Viv right now. Viv, don't judge. All of my scene switches, they all disappeared. So the way the camera would automatically change, it's all gone. And so I might spend some time on the stream, like when we're in free hoop or my friends are hooping, that I might work on that. So if I disappear, that's why, because I want to give you guys the full benefit. But my understanding is that we've got pretty much everybody here. There's Ann, there's... Actually, let's see if we can get Ann in the wide shot here. There we go. Now we're good. Super crooked, but kind of cool. And sorry y'all, I'm gonna make one quick change that will make it look better. Let's lose that green screen. All right. Okay, so yeah. Oh, and Jackie, do you live near Buffalo? Like, I just like today saw where the amount of snow you guys are getting in Buffalo. UA. Okay. All right. UA is like extra yay. Ultra yay. Okay. So yeah, I hope the video quality is good. Viv, I don't remember when you were here last. I had a generous donation and I bought a computer part that seems to be making it look a lot better. Sweet. Oh wow, look, I got my All right. A little bit of. Oh wait, I forgot. Yeah, here we go. All right, so full transparency. I kind of came up with a theme on the fly because you need themes online. People don't want to watch just a regular class or a non-themed class. So we're going with water today, but pun intended, we're going to be very fluid about our water meaning. And because one of the things that happens, and even though, even with only 2 students, the class can kind of like live. I mean, and we've experienced this, you and I, like through the live stream, but the class can kind of like go in unusual, unexpected places if you're vibing off each other. So we're going to try to do that, but I do have like a loose outline for this. Oh, wow. Okay. So I want to go ahead and get started since I'm getting kind of late jump here. We're going to stick mostly to my iTunes, which I know is kind of a bummer because that means that you guys can't just immediately click on it. You have to do a little research. But I've been listening to a bunch of my old school tracks today, and that's where I think I'm going to go tonight. But I do have some stuff picked out on SoundCloud as well. So let's see. Here we go. Sorry. All right. We're going to start with Sway. Let's play some music. Uh-oh. I think it's... Which one? Oh, it's this one. Okay, there we go. Oh no. Okay, it's gonna be grumpy. Thank you. There we go. Cameras everywhere. Audible breath in. Audible breath in. Of all the elements, water is clearly my favorite. Because I can feel it and it always moves with me. The moment I plunge myself into water, whether it's stationary or moving, the water and I have a relationship immediately. It's moving around me. It's keeping me afloat. Audible breath in. We are mostly a bunch of neurons in water. Audible breath in. My paternal grandfather lived to be 96. And they asked him, "How did you live so long?" He said, "I read that you were supposed to drink 8 glasses of water a day, and I did that every day." Audible breath in. What's really beautiful about the human brain is its ability to imagine. And we can imagine so well that it feels real to us. In this moment, I'm imagining that I'm underwater. I'm not worried about breathing, so I can move and feel the water. Audible breath in. And I can imagine further that maybe there's a current to the water I'm in. Audible breath in. Open, open. Big breaths in. I've never been able to float my whole life. But I'm very happy to report that I can imagine floating. As a dancer, as a mover, I can imagine being on the surface. I can imagine the gentle ripples, the slow rock of current. And my body moves differently on top of the water than beneath it. Audible breath in. Open, open. Okay. How are y'all feeling? Do you have a good sway?
Yes.
think, I don't know. I think I'm changing my whole plan ski now. All right, so we're gonna move into our hoops. Let me know, guys, how you're feeling. I love it when you make comments. Thank you guys for chiming in. If you're here for the first time, we love it when you say hi, and if you have any breakthroughs or if there's a particular song you like or whatever, comment and let us know. That way, yeah, Daphne, I would love it too. Nice. Oh, sweet, Shelly. Thank you, guys. All right, let's move into our first. So I kind of want to, like I said, I put in the description, this is a 50-50 class. If you see the word 50-50, that means that we might get into some tech, but we're going to be mostly, we're going to do 50-50. That's what it means. So there will be some instruction, but we're going to start with from a more flowy place. So you can grab your hoops if you're ready. Maybe I should set this up. Let me set it up first. I love that song. Okay. Oh. Actually, I think we should just play. Sorry about that. Audible breath in. I feel so grateful that for whatever reason I came into this world encouraged to explore my imagination. My mom let me live in my imagination. Audible breath in. Audible breath in. Audible breath in. For this exercise, I want to invite you into a dynamic. The dynamic is that you're either being moved by the river or that you are the river. That you're either the flow itself of water or you're being moved by that flow. Audible breath in. Then there's probably a part of you that said, I'll be both. One of my favorite things about Hoopers is that it's a very ceilingless crowd. Hoopers just seem to not believe in ceilings. Glass or otherwise. Audible breath in. Inviting you to be either the flow of water itself, the river itself, or moved by its current. Audible breath in. That is one of my favorite songs. Let's see. Nice, Shelly. I'm just checking in on the comments here. I've missed a few. Nice, Carla. Sweet. Okay. Do you guys have any thoughts, comments, or? Okay, well, I think so I want to like give myself permission, and I think you guys will be cool with it, to kind of link classes together. And so I know we've been hitting gooiness hard lately, but I kind of like that. Like it sort of gives our classes like this this sort of consistency, or just this like familiar vibe. So we're going to do a GUI exercise, but we're going to do it with water in mind. Nice. Heidi, you've told me I could use your real name. So, Heidi, Tai Chi is where I got point technique from. I took a Tai Chi class. I was in the restaurant business, and it was Saturday mornings at 8 a.m. and it was brutal. But it gave me point technique, which I was very happy for. Okay. So, here's what I wanted to I hope I can demo this okay, but I'm just sort of showing you a concept. I'm not trying to show you how to move, but it's going to be almost like Drunken Master, but without maybe the steady sort of clumsiness of that. And what I mean by that, I didn't put my privacy shade up. I know. Wow, well, now you guys get a look into my So anyway, it's not quite Drunken Master, but what we're going to do is we're going to play with this water concept, and I know my two friends here grew up in the 80s, and I don't know if you remember, like they were the rage for a while, these little wave tanks. They were like these small little things that seemed to move in perpetual motion, and there was this really chemically looking blue water that would flow from one side, and then it would flow to the other side. So I'm gonna show you like what my interpretation of this would look like, but you could do sort of anyone. It's like my movement is sort of getting to a high point and then rolling back down through something and then coming through another high one. But I'm going to try to keep this water theme with me. All right. Let's start that over, sorry. That's for sure. show you. I'm gonna. Audible breath in. Nice. I have so many cameras going right now, I have no idea where they are. Okay. Okay. All right, we can grab a water break here. Do you guys have any? Do y'all have any thoughts, comments, or? Oh, well, because I was about to pick it up. Can we? Anne said she just finally got into moving slowly, and I think I'm actually, I think I'm actually about to pick this up a little bit. In her own personal practice, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Do y'all have any thoughts about any feedback or thoughts before I move on to the next exercise? Okay, Tara's cold. All right. We are gonna. So Mama has spoken. Are we gonna? Oh, nice, Lauren. Feeling like sliding my feet, keeping on the ground to flow with the water. Nice. That's an awesome one. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna listen to one of my favorite Russian. I'm not holding. Let's see. Oh no, I definitely. Oh gosh, how did he spell it? Yeah, there we go. Okay. All right, so we're gonna core hoop now, and I know that's gonna be kind of might be sort of a jostle. But water is one of my favorite sort of teaching tools. So let's get this going. Okay. Yeah, sweet. Oh, what am I doing here? Okay. All right, on the waist, or wherever. It doesn't really matter, but. Not exactly sure why this is not playing. Okay. Alright, oh no. My iTunes guys might be freaking out, as it always does. Okay, here we go. Okay, here, this is us. Alright. I already hooped to this song this morning when I was thinking about class, so I'm ready. So, when it comes to core hooping, if you imagine that you are a vessel containing water, and that your core hooping is swirling that water around, that the hoop's current is being established by your own swirling water inside, right? And it can change completely the way that you hoop and the way you connect to it. I love this track. And then we can imagine that, like from the story of Aeneas, we can imagine that we're in water, that the hoop's current, the level of the hoop right now is the level of the water. So I would be waist deep in water, right? And so then my hands are up here in the air, and they're free to kind of move any way they like, and that's called two birds. And Aeneas teaches Aeneas how to move her hands. And then if I want to like think of cheeing the hoop up with the help, or just bringing the hoop up at all, sometimes thinking about the surface of the water, thinking about it being water, will help you get it up there, right? So I'm going to create a whirlpool of current, right? I'm going to create some force, and then I'm going to whirl it up here. Boom. God, this track is not loud enough. Shoulders, and I keep it there. Thinking of water for your arms will really help you. Like if you were trying to tread water, if the water was really that high or getting close to your neck, your arms would be moving, right? And that can really help you stabilize your shoulder flow. So if I come up here and I think like, okay, my arms are underwater right now, and so the movement of those arms is buoying me. It is keeping me up. It's keeping the hoop up. It's keeping me from panicking. And so my arms become active underneath the water. And so that was a good metaphor. welcome, Bill. Oh man, I love that. Okay. Thanks, Shaw. You got warm? Okay, cool. All right, sweet. Were you gonna say something? All right, let's see. There we go. Do you want to put the mic on? Yeah, hold the mic just that way.
I was just noticing as I was turning and imagining the resistance of water and on the core, I then, instead of just going from side to side, foot to foot in my steps, and I always advocate stepping forward and backward, one each foot, but in this case I would do like an extra hop on each foot and then shift to the next foot and then add an extra hop per side, and that added a really interesting kind of slowing down rhythm that felt more like the water. And so I was just gonna suggest doing the extra hop on each side if you're like turning with the hoop, and then instead just adding this extra little hop in. For me, it added a whole lot to my core experience, kind of in the water.
Maybe you just gave us the next exercise. So let's see. Actually, I think I'm gonna stay with this producer because I really like him. Felt better switching to yeah. Okay. Sorry, we're getting they're taking a water break right now, so maybe if you need to grab, they're making a run on my seltzer waters. I don't want a seltzer. I already have one. Thank you. Reppin' Food Lion brand seltzers here. They're good. Yeah, for $4, you can't beat it. All right. Yeah, I think actually we're gonna stay. I think we may just do a shoulder. Let's do some of what Ann was talking about. I'm gonna go ahead and get started so we can keep the class. All right. I'm gonna bring the energy up a little bit. Okay, so one of the actually we could combine, maybe you can bring in what Ann was talking about to this, but paddles. Okay, so like if you think of a paddle as like the reason I started calling them paddles was because it was related to current. It was like you were engaging current with a paddle. You are steering your ship, the flow or whatever, your vessel, by paddling. And so we're going to work on some shoulder hooping, but working on paddles. And if you think of it like the paddle is like as I'm pushing the currents, like I'm a little kid again, and I'm in the pool and I'm making ripples that move away from me. So here we go. Oh, nice. Nice, Carla. Okay, let's try this. So I'm in shoulders. I'm going to do some core hooping. And this is the pulse that I'm going for. It's just me pushing my hands out. And there's a couple of different ways you can do this. Like one pulse you can make is like going like this. And I'll show you what that one looks like. See that? If you're having trouble feeling it, I can turn my palms up like this and try to push while shoulder hooping, right? So instead of my arms being down by my waist, I'm gonna break my elbows and I'm gonna push. That's called a pulse. Now this is a 50-50 class, so you can choose to flow when I'm teaching tech, and you can choose to do tech when I'm teaching flow. It's up to you. I absolutely love pulsing. I'm a huge fan of pulsing. I love it. Back in the old days when we had big hoops, pulses would help you keep the hoop going. And then I'll just throw this one bit of tech in here. If you're struggling to get into angles fluidly on the shoulders, pulsing can actually help. So here's what happens. I'm in lake, the hoop is on the flat plane, and I'm just gonna start to pulse and push an arm up. My hands are coming up, not my intent, not my vision. My hands are actually coming up, and that will create a pulse. And so what happens is once you go into an angle, you establish the angle, and then you set the angle. So the setting is the hard part. The establishment sometimes is the easy part. So you create the angle, and then you go set the angle, and that's a lot harder than we're going to get into. Nice, Ann. Tara and Ann showing off some angle hooping right now. We caught it on camera, folks. Both of them doing it, killing it at the same time. All right, I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about, too. Get me? All right. So I'm here. I'm doing these pulses. Boom, 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 boom. Actually, earth angle might be Actually, let me bring that back. Yeah. Let's talk about pulses going in earth. I probably should have brought that up. I've been trying to avoid the word earth because we're in water right now. But you know, but so I'm shoulder hooping. A pulse down might be easier for you to get at first, right? Like I can just kind of fake it, just drop my knees all of a sudden, just boom, just boom. That's a pulse, you know. And your pulse might feel different than mine. I'm trying to over-exaggerate mine so you get them. Is this making sense? I hope this is making sense. I'm here. I'm gonna just show you the side angle. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Right now her pulse is really her bounce. Oops, where we go. Her pulse is really her whole bounce. splashing in the water puddles. That's nice, Joe. Oh, sorry. There we go. Super grateful to have Tara and Ann here. First, I've been in isolation mode lately. Okay. Okay, let's see. All right. I could use some help knowing where to go, either from you guys or from you guys. I'm having a good time. I'm having a tough time staying focused. I keep getting lost in my own flow a little bit here. I can finally do paddles. I still have big issues with the right side, but it's getting better. Nice. Holy shit, sustained the upward with the pulse for the first time. Nice, Daphne. Hey, share your breakthroughs. You're in a room full of people that give a shit. We know what you're talking about. Sweet, all right. Okay, do you guys have any suggestion for? You want to do more paddles? Those were pulses. Oh no, you're right. I skipped. Oh no, I fell off the yeah. Okay, I did. I sort of fell off the path there, talking about pulses. All right, well this is cool. This one still works for. Well, damn, that was my paddle song. All right, but that's all right. This will work. This will work. Okay. Actually, yeah. You know what? All right, just give me 1 second. We're gonna switch because breakbeat is the perfect paddling music. So. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Okay, so we're going to talk paddles now, since I ended up moving us into pulses. Where's the? But kind of the same thing. But so a paddle is above water, so it's a little bit different, right? We've been talking about, if you think about the movements that we've been talking about, pulses, this is all happening below the water. But when you go to make a paddle, your hand is breaking the surface of the water. And you're splashing your friend in front of you like an asshole, but we all did it. And that can really help you tighten your paddles, is to imagine that you're actually breaking through the surface of the water, and you're pushing that water up and out. And you can try paddles in a bunch of different ways. You can try to, oh, nice, Kelly. Turned into barrel roll drill, building fluidity and arm movement. Nice. But so these are paddles. Boom, 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 boom. And let's put some music on so we don't. And again, this is a 50-50 class, so maybe you're not even doing paddles right now. Maybe you want to stay with angles. Maybe you want to go where, we're all cool, right? Like, it's all cool. That's the beauty of internet. I have no idea what you're doing. But I do want to make some points here. I'm not getting old and cranky. I promise. But what people are calling paddles these days are not paddles. People are talking about breaks and paddles, but they're not doing paddles. If you're doing this, you're doing breaks, but you're not doing paddles. For it to become a paddle, you have to push with your arm at some point. The hoop has to roll across, you feel its weight, and you push that weight. You push that water. Anne is doing the classic break paddle. She's breaking, the hoop is landing on her arm, and she's pushing it off. That's super old school breaks and paddles. Tara's doing the same thing. They both have their elbows underneath. The position of your elbows really will help if you're struggling with this. If you've got it, don't listen to me. Nice. So Tara, okay, so sweet. Tara's doing 1-2s. So I'll show you what she's doing. So what Tara was doing was she was keeping her arms up in the paddle position like this, and then allowing the hoop to come across them. And if you do that, you can do 1 beats or you can do 1-2s. I hope I'm not yelling. You can do 1 beats or 1-2s. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. So this is me doing a 1 beat, right? Where like basically it's like both my hands are hitting the drum at the same time. And then this is what Tara was just doing, a 1-2, or some version of that. And that means my AM is hitting the hoop before my PM hand is doing. Nice, T. And she's keeping... Nice. Okay. I think Tara's been working on something that I haven't seen yet. Somebody's been in the lab. I'll show Anne's version of the same thing. Since this is a long song, I'll add some stuff in. So this is just for this is pretty advanced type stuff, but it's an oxymoron, but there's something called the paddle break. And a paddle break is where you you could call it a gooey break in a way, but you go and you start a paddle and then your hand wraps around it to stop the hoop. And I don't know if Viv's still watching, but she used to say that I had goofy arms and that's the only reason I could do this. But this is a paddle break. I'm paddling, and then at the last second, my fingers come over. So I'm in a paddle, and then my fingers come over and create the hinge. Boom. And then I bounce it back. Okay? So it looks like this. It's almost like you're pushing the hoop into the break. And that's just something you can play with if you want to. Yeah. So Tara just did it. So one thing I should mention, just really quickly, is that if you get your elbow high on these, for me anyway, it helps. You basically create a shelf of multiple points of contact here. So I'm here. So when I'm doing these, I'm not keeping my elbow down low so much. I'm keeping my elbows high. And Tara, that's exactly what you were just doing, so I don't want to overcoach here. But my elbows are up here, and so when I'm stopping the hoop on this wrap break, I'm coming up, paddle, wrap, back. Also, turning with it to create the break can be really helpful. So I'm here, and when I'm gonna so this is me paddling, and I'm turning with my paddles. Okay. And when I go to do my paddle break, it's a paddle that becomes a break. I'm gonna push and then turn with it. Get my hand on the outside wall and then snap it right back. Oh. Okay, I lied. I'm going to do one more tech thing because this is perfect for lifts. Lifts are paddles. The whole water theme works with this. So if I'm here and I'm paddling with my forearms, I can just raise my arm up. It clears about, 11 or 12 inches. I can do my wrap breaks. I can bring them back. Hopefully this is making sense. This is like a paddle break, but I'm using both hands. So when I'm actually making the break, I'm gripping it like that. Boom. Aries, you're here. If you're doing lifts and drop, it's all connected, y'all. If you're doing lifts and drop-ins, paddle it when you put it back on. A drop-in, if you add some push to your drop-ins, especially for you beginners, whoever's here that's beginning, if you push when the hoop comes back on, it'll help your flow so much. It'll just put some pace on the hoop. So I'm up here. Well, I'm on the shoulders. I'm on the shoulders, and when I make these lifts and I'm coming here, I push. For about a year or 2 years of my hoop life, this is all I ever did. But this is trick zero, yeah. But I'm pushing the hoop out, but then I'm pulling it back to me, and I'm keeping a consistent weight on my hand throughout the whole travel around it. Whoa. I need to work on my vortexes, I think. All right. Anne says she's rusty. Okay. Jennifer, thank you for joining. I know some of you are going to have to peel out because... Oh, it's already 1:09. Okay. Shucks. I didn't realize we had gone that far over. Okay, well, shucks. All right, well... No wonder everybody's peeling off because we're way over. Sorry about that, y'all. Thank you. Let's see. Thank you, you two, for the light's getting worse as the sun moves around. But thank you guys for being here, and thank you guys for being here. Hey, Tiff. Sweet, Lauren. I'm glad you like them. Do y'all have anything you want to say into the mic, or?
Thanks. I wanted to share that. For me, that was a great example of a HoopPath class where Tom, what do you? It was. Okay. Oh, gotcha. What I love about a HoopPath class where you continue to dive into like a technique or similar related techniques, and kind of it all fits together, you know. And I love that about a deep dive class. And I was definitely finding that I had some new spaces. Yeah, thank you.
All right, we are going to do some free hooping. Since y'all want it, I want it, everybody wants it. So any way you want to move. This is one of my favorite songs. This is going to be kind of high energy, but it's Saturday. We should get our energy up. All right. Kind of high energy. I think it'll be all right. Okay, here we go. You're welcome, Kelly. Thank you, guys. Yeah, we'll do a couple more songs. played this song to death in HoopPath. Nice, T. Oh, you guys can't see what it is, though. There you go. That's the name of the track. Injury on the dance floor. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that song's old school. Oh, camera died. All right. Oh. Okay. Okay. There we go. Okay, y'all. Why don't we do? We'll do one more sort of slowish one, and then we'll call it a night. All right. And you guys have heard this one. We'll just do a kind of slow, garagey number. So this is our last track. Thank you guys for joining. I know a lot of you had to sign off already, but we really appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you. You two here they are, for joining. Thank you, Viv. It always means a lot, Viv, when you're here for class, or jams or whatever. It makes you feel less far away. This will be our last track, though. You are very welcome, Jackie. Okay, I turned off all the comments and I'm realizing y'all aren't seeing them. There's the comments. Oh, sweet. Thank you, Amber. Daphne. That's the whole reason we do it, right? To be there when you need us. And it's awesome. I'm glad you're still in the scene doing the thing. All right. One, two. Okay. Okay, guys, we're gonna sign off officially. Thank you guys for joining us. Viv, we miss you. We'll see you in about 3 or 4 weeks, I guess. And maybe we can talk you into being on the stream. That would be awesome. But either way, we look forward to seeing you guys. Thank you, Ann. Thank you, Tara. And y'all have a great night.